In an era defined by a powerful cultural shift, a vanguard of trailblazing individuals has risen to the forefront, transforming not only their own destinies, but the very fabric of societal understanding. These are the pioneers who, by embracing their truth with unapologetic courage, have moved from the margins of history to the center of a global conversation. Their stories, once silenced or relegated to stereotypes, are now powerful narratives of resilience, authenticity, and revolution broadcast on screens and stages worldwide. More than just figures in the spotlight, they are architects of change, dismantling long-standing barriers and redefining the meaning of identity, beauty, and strength for a generation yearning for genuine representation. This is the story of how their visibility became a beacon, illuminating a path toward a more inclusive and empathetic world. Caitlyn Jenner stands as one of the world's most prominent public figures to reveal she is transgender, and her evolution has marked a significant moment in contemporary popular culture. Long before her transition, Caitlyn was celebrated as Bruce Jenner, the Olympic gold medalist, who secured victory in the decathlon at the 1976 Montreal Games, becoming a national icon who embodied strength, discipline, and the American ethos. However, concealed behind this facade of triumph was a profoundly intimate battle that spanned many years. This was the struggle to live genuinely. When Caitlyn publicly disclosed she was transgender in 2015, first in an interview with Diane Sawyer and then with her revolutionary Vanity Fair cover that announced, "Call me Caitlyn," the world paused to take notice. Her candor and bravery initiated a worldwide dialogue on gender identity, equality, and acceptance, extending well beyond Hollywood and into households throughout the nation. Since that time, Caitlyn has leveraged her influence to champion greater understanding and recognition for the transgender community. Although she has encountered a mix of accolades and censure, she persists as a figure of fortitude, metamorphosis, and individual liberty. Her narrative serves as a reminder to millions that embracing one's true self, regardless of how arduous or public the process, can foster empathy and progress. Caitlyn Jenner's transition was more than just a personal journey of identity. It represented a cultural event that altered the societal conversation around gender authenticity and the entitlement to self-expression. Laverne Cox is a pioneering actress and a foremost voice in the advocacy for transgender rights. She gained international recognition for her revolutionary portrayal of Sophia Bursay in Netflix's Orange is the New Black, making her the first openly transgender individual to receive a Primetime Emmy Award nomination in an acting category. Her depiction was more than mere entertainment. It signified a moment of cultural change that confronted stereotypes and enlightened millions of viewers globally. Prior to her acclaim, Laverne encountered numerous challenges, from prejudice to being typecast. Yet her tenacity and genuineness distinguished her. With each character she played, every media appearance, and all public engagements, she has utilized her visibility to champion inclusion, respect, and comprehension for the transgender community, extending her influence beyond the entertainment industry. Laverne has evolved into a formidable activist, dedicating herself to bringing attention to matters such as employment, fairness, access to health care, and violence targeting transgender women of color. Her articulateness and compassion have established her as an esteemed personality not only in show business, but in the broader American culture. For a great number of people, Laverne Cox symbolizes more than just achievement. She personifies optimism, visibility, and the bravery to live authentically. Her journey illustrates that representation is crucial, and that when individuals witness themselves portrayed on screen with sincerity and humanity, it has the power to alter perspectives, beliefs, and even destinies. Andreja Pejic redefined standards in the fashion industry long before she publicly disclosed she was transgender. Born in Bosnia and brought up in Australia, she first gained prominence as an androgynous model renowned for modeling in both menswear and womenswear collections, a practice that was nearly unprecedented at the time. Her captivating appearance and capacity to subvert conventional gender norms made her one of the most discussed figures in the fashion of the early 2010s. In 2014, Andreja generated significant press once again when she revealed she was a transgender woman, signaling a new era in both her individual path and the industry's history. Her transition confronted the inflexible ideals of beauty that had long characterized modeling, demonstrating that identity and genuineness could exist alongside art, glamour, and achievement. Since then, Andreja has utilized her public position to promote transgender visibility and inclusion in fashion and media. She has appeared on the covers of major magazines, featured in high-profile campaigns, and spoken candidly about her experiences helping others grasp the importance of representation and acceptance. Her bravery and openness have motivated countless people across the globe, especially young trans individuals who seldom saw themselves represented in the media. In a sector often censured for its exclusivity, Andreja Pejic serves as a testament that beauty is not constrained by gender. It is defined by self-assurance, truth, and the liberty to be oneself. Janet Mock is a leading writer, producer, and activist whose contributions have reshaped how the world perceives and honors transgender women of color. Widely recognized for her pioneering work on the FX series Pose, Janet was instrumental in bringing genuine and moving narratives of the LGBTQ+ ballroom scene in 1980s and 1990s New York to the general public, an arena where trans women, particularly trans women of color, have historically lacked visibility. Prior to her television achievements, Janet achieved a historic milestone with her memoir, Redefining Realness, making her one of the initial trans women of color to author a best-selling book detailing her own experiences. Through her candid narrative style, she offered audiences an uncommon insight into the struggles, fortitude, and victories of embracing one's true self in a society that frequently overlooks or dismisses that reality. On Pose, Janet not only wrote and produced installments, but also achieved the distinction of being the first transgender woman of color to both write and direct for a major television network. Her work brought recognition and respect to characters who were frequently omitted from popular culture, establishing her as a pioneer in creative and executive roles. Outside of the entertainment industry, Janet Mock persists in using her platform to champion fairness, equity, and self-acceptance. In each of her endeavors, she confronts preconceived notions and encourages others to tell their own narratives. Her influence extends well past Hollywood. Janet Mock embodies genuineness, creativity, and transformation, demonstrating that narrative can be one of the most potent forms of advocacy. MJ Rodriguez has emerged as a pivotal figure in television history, shattering ceilings and infusing a sincere human quality into the depiction of transgender characters on screen. Most recognized for her impactful portrayal as Blanca Evangelista in FX's Pose, MJ offered a performance that was simultaneously gentle and authoritative, embodying the fortitude, empathy, and tenacity of a woman guiding her self-selected family through affection and hardship. Her depiction not only resonated with viewers, it achieved a historic feat. In 2021, MJ Rodriguez became the first transgender woman ever nominated for an Emmy in a principal acting role, and soon after the first to win a Golden Globe for Best Actress in a drama series. These accomplishments signified a tremendous leap forward for representation, demonstrating that skill and genuineness can transform an entire sector. In addition to her accolades, MJ has emerged as a champion for inclusivity and understanding. She persistently campaigns for improved portrayal of transgender individuals in film, television, and music, not as minor figures or archetypes, but as complex human beings with their own aspirations, challenges, and splendor. MJ Rodriguez's creative talent is not confined to acting. She is additionally a vocalist, employing her voice in both its literal and metaphorical senses to instill optimism and a sense of community. Through her career and public profile, she shows the world that advancement involves more than just overcoming obstacles. It is about fostering empathy. Her narrative is not merely about achievement, but about re-envisioning the meaning of representation with elegance, bravery, and sincerity. Gigi Gorgeous is one of the foremost and most significant transgender content producers to emerge from the world of YouTube. A genuine trailblazer of the digital age, she transformed her individual narrative into a worldwide message of bravery, sincerity, and self-love. Born Gigi Gorgeous Getty, she commenced her YouTube career in the late 2000s, posting makeup guides and vlogs about her life. In due course, her channel developed into something far more profound, a public record of her gender affirmation journey and individual development. In 2013, Gigi publicly identified as transgender and started chronicling her transformation with remarkable candor and genuineness. Her videos, replete with humor, openness, and sincerity, connected with millions of spectators globally, particularly young individuals seeking representation, direction, and optimism. For a large number of people, Gigi was the first transgender woman they had ever encountered, albeit only through a screen. Her impact rapidly grew past YouTube. Gigi became a leading champion for LGBTQ+ rights, utilizing her platform to foster inclusion and honor uniqueness. She was featured in documentary films such as This Is Everything, Gigi Gorgeous, which offered viewers an unfiltered and moving glimpse into her existence, family, and sense of self. In addition to her internet celebrity, Gigi has persisted in contesting conventional notions about beauty and gender within the fashion and entertainment sectors. She serves as a reminder to her followers that metamorphosis is not solely external. It is psychological, spiritual, and profoundly human. Presently, Gigi Gorgeous is regarded as an exemplar of genuineness in the modern era, demonstrating that disclosing one's reality regardless of the vulnerability involved can motivate millions to accept their own. Isis King created a landmark television moment when she was featured on America's Next Top Model, becoming the inaugural openly transgender participant to vie for the title on the program. Her appearance on one of the nation's most popular reality television shows signified a revolutionary event, one that acquainted millions of viewers with transgender visibility in mainstream entertainment for the inaugural time. When Isis walked down that catwalk, she shouldered something greater than her personal modeling aspirations. She bore the aspirations of a whole community that had historically been invisible. Notwithstanding the obstacles and public examination she encountered, her self-assurance, poise, and genuineness made a lasting impression on viewers globally. Her bravery paved the way for other transgender individuals to be seen, honored, and acclaimed for their abilities. Following her appearance on Top Model, Isis persisted in shattering obstacles. She made a successful move into an acting career, gaining recognition for her roles in shows like When They See Us and With Love, where she lent profundity and a human quality to her characters. With her portrayals, she continues to broaden the scope of how trans narratives are told, not as cliched representations, but as authentic, multifaceted, and uplifting human experiences. Outside of the public eye, Isis King leverages her influence to champion transgender rights, body positivity, and self-acceptance. She candidly discusses her personal path, enabling others to live with pride and genuineness. Isis King's impact extends much further than the fashion world. She was instrumental in reshaping the definitions of beauty, courage, and representation on television. Her narrative serves as a reminder that representation is crucial, and that sometimes simply being present as your true self can alter the entire landscape. Dominique Jackson is a force of fortitude, grace, and genuineness. Most recognized for her authoritative depiction of Electra Abundance in FX's pioneering series, Pose. With her keen intellect, majestic demeanor, and emotional complexity, Dominique animated Elektra as more than a simple character. She became an emblem of endurance, dignity, and tenacity for the transgender community and others. Prior to enchanting viewers on screen, Dominique's path was one of remarkable determination. Born in Tobago, she encountered ostracism and adversity for being true to herself. However, she was unwilling to be suppressed. After relocating to the United States, she discovered a haven and fortification in New York's ballroom scene. The very world Pose commemorates where she formed her chosen family and realized her own strength. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends and hit that subscribe button for more fascinating stories. See you in the next video.